the vast expanse of human history, few philosophies have endured with as much resilience and relevance as Stoicism. Originating in ancient Greece, Stoicism has transcended time and culture to offer a timeless blueprint for living a life of purpose and virtue. Its principles, rooted in self-control and fortitude, resonate deeply in our modern world, where the relentless pursuit of pleasure and comfort often leads us astray. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of Stoicism, exploring its profound teachings and uncovering the wisdom it offers to navigate the complexities of our lives. Our focus is on identifying and eliminating 7 anti-Stoic habits that stand in the way of our inner strength and resilience. These habits, deeply ingrained in our modern psyche, threaten to derail us from the path of virtue and fulfillment that Stoicism illuminates. As we delve into each habit, we will confront the allure of indulgence, the dangers of complacency, and the pervasive influence of self-doubt. We will explore the pitfalls of seeking approval from others, the resistance to change that holds us back, and the tendency to dwell on past regrets and future uncertainties. Through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we will seek to understand these habits not as mere quirks of human nature, but as formidable obstacles to be overcome in our quest for a life well lived. Join us as we journey into the heart of Stoicism, guided by the wisdom of ancient sages and modern scholars alike. Together, let us strive to embrace the virtues of self-control and fortitude, to cast off the shackles of our anti-Stoic habits, and to forge a path of true fulfillment and happiness. Habit 1. The habit of indulgence. In a world where instant gratification is the norm and pleasure is readily available at the click of a button, the habit of indulgence has become deeply ingrained in our society. We seek comfort in the material, in the fleeting pleasures that promise to fill the void within us. We indulge in food, in entertainment, in endless distractions, all in the pursuit of a happiness that remains elusive. The Stoics, however, offer us a different path. They teach us the importance of temperance, of moderation in all things. They remind us that true happiness does not come from the pursuit of pleasure, but from the cultivation of virtue. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." To overcome the habit of indulgence, we must first recognize its seductive allure. We must acknowledge that the fleeting pleasures it offers are but illusions, masking a deeper need for meaning and purpose in our lives. We must cultivate the discipline to resist the temptation of indulgence, to choose instead the path of moderation and self-control. Habit 2. The habit of complacency. In our modern world, filled with comforts and conveniences, it is all too easy to become complacent. We settle for mediocrity when we are capable of so much more. We allow ourselves to be lulled into a false sense of security, believing that we have reached our limits and that there is no need for further growth or improvement. The Stoics, however, reject this notion of complacency. They urge us to strive for excellence, to constantly seek improvement in ourselves and in the world around us. They remind us that true fulfillment comes not from resting on our laurels, but from pushing beyond our comfort zones, from embracing the challenges that life presents us with. To overcome the habit of complacency, we must first recognize the danger it poses to our growth and development. We must acknowledge that true excellence requires effort and dedication, that it is only through continuous striving that we can reach our full potential. We must cultivate the courage to step out of our comfort zones, to embrace the discomfort of growth and change. Habit 3. The habit of self-doubt. In a world that often seems to highlight our flaws and shortcomings, self-doubt can easily take root and flourish. We may find ourselves questioning our abilities, doubting our decisions, and second-guessing our worth. This habit of self-doubt can be insidious, eroding our self-confidence and undermining our efforts to pursue our goals. The Stoics, however, offer us a powerful antidote to self-doubt. They teach us the importance of self-assurance, of believing in ourselves and our abilities. They remind us that true strength comes from within, from a deep-seated confidence in our own worth and capabilities. To overcome the habit of self-doubt, we must first recognize its destructive nature. We must acknowledge that self-doubt is often based on unfounded fears and insecurities, and that it serves only to hold us back from realizing our full potential. We must cultivate the mindset of a Stoic, embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and viewing setbacks as temporary obstacles on the path to success. Habit 4. The habit of seeking approval. In our interconnected world, where social media and constant connectivity reign supreme, the habit of seeking approval from others can become all-consuming. We may find ourselves constantly seeking validation from external sources, measuring our worth based on the likes and comments of others. The Stoics, however, offer us a different perspective. They teach us the importance of finding worth within ourselves, of cultivating a sense of self-worth that is independent of external validation. They remind us that true confidence comes from knowing and accepting ourselves, flaws and all. To overcome the habit of seeking approval, we must first recognize the futility of this pursuit. We must acknowledge that seeking validation from others is a never-ending cycle that can never truly fulfill us. We must cultivate the courage to be true to ourselves, to trust in our own judgment and values, regardless of the opinions of others. Habit 5. The habit of resisting change. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet many of us find ourselves resisting it, clinging to the familiar and the comfortable. We fear the unknown, the uncertainty that change brings, and so we resist, holding on to the past with a tight grasp. This habit of resisting change can prevent us from growing and evolving, from embracing new opportunities and experiences. The Stoics, however, offer us a different perspective on change. They teach us the importance of embracing change, of accepting the inevitability of it with grace and resilience. They remind us that true strength lies in our ability to adapt to new circumstances, to bend with the winds of change rather than break against them. To overcome the habit of resisting change, we must first recognize the futility of fighting against the natural flow of life. We must acknowledge that change is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced as a natural part of our journey. We must cultivate the mindset of a Stoic, viewing change as an opportunity for growth and renewal, rather than as a threat to our stability and security. Habit 6. The habit of dwelling on the past. The past is a place of memories and lessons, but all too often we find ourselves dwelling on it, reliving past mistakes and regrets. We replay conversations in our minds, imagining different outcomes, and we hold on to grudges and resentments, allowing them to poison our present happiness. This habit of dwelling on the past can prevent us from fully experiencing the present moment and moving forward with our lives. The Stoics, however, offer us a different approach to the past. They teach us the importance of living in the present moment, of accepting the past for what it is, and focusing instead on what we can control, the present moment. They remind us that dwelling on the past serves only to distract us from the opportunities and joys that are available to us right now. To overcome the habit of dwelling on the past, we must first recognize the grip it has on our minds and hearts. We must acknowledge that we cannot change the past, but we can change how we perceive it and how we allow it to affect us. We must cultivate the practice of mindfulness, of being fully present in the moment, and letting go of the past with compassion and understanding. Habit 7. The habit of worrying about the future. The future is a vast unknown, filled with uncertainties and possibilities. It is natural to feel anxious about what lies ahead, to worry about the challenges and obstacles that may come our way. However, this habit of worrying about the future can consume us, robbing us of our peace of mind and preventing us from fully enjoying the present moment. The Stoics, with their emphasis on living in the present moment, offer us a powerful antidote to this habit. They teach us the importance of accepting the uncertainty of the future with equanimity, of focusing on what we can control, the present moment, and letting go of the rest. They remind us that worrying about the future serves only to distract us from the beauty and opportunities that are available to us right now. To overcome the habit of worrying about the future, we must first recognize the futility of this habit. We must acknowledge that worrying does not change the outcome of future events, but only serves to rob us of our peace and happiness in the present. We must cultivate the practice of mindfulness, of being fully present in the moment and trusting that we have the strength and resilience to face whatever the future may bring. In conclusion, the teachings of Stoicism offer us a profound and timeless wisdom that can guide us in our quest for a life of purpose and virtue. By identifying and eliminating these 7 anti-Stoic habits from our lives — indulgence, complacency, self-doubt, seeking approval, resisting change, dwelling on the past, and worrying about the future — we can reclaim our inner strength and resilience. We can forge a path of true fulfillment and happiness, guided by the virtues of self-control and fortitude that Stoicism so beautifully embodies. Let us embrace these teachings, not as mere philosophical concepts, but as practical tools for living a life of meaning and purpose. Let us strive to be Stoics in the truest sense of the word, embodying the principles of self-control, courage, and wisdom in all that we do.